the left side. Pass, roll in. One will score. It's in the gap. It gets by the outfielders. Jordheim goes back. Two will score. Here's the throw down to third. Not in time as Welsh.
Ivy throws it back in. We'll see if the relay comes home. It does not. It's an RBI single.
Called strike three.
Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Welcome you here into your Irie Insurance pregame show as we get set for our second state semifinal game here with the Beulah Miners and the Mayport CG Hatton Northwood Patriots ready to face off each other. The winner will get the Thompson Tommies. The Tommies with the 4-3 victory over Kindred Richland here, just wrapping up minutes ago after a rain delay, and we're going to get going here shortly in this one. This is your Irie Insurance pregame show. We'll get things going here with some pregame coaches' comments when we come back on yourliveevent.com.
Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, Broadband Voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at RDK Enterprises, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
Irie Insurance pregame show. Beulah Miners, Mayport CG Hatton Northwood Patriots ready to face off. And, well, earlier our semifinal, we had a little bit of a rain delay, but hey, the good thing about that silver lining is we had a chance to go talk with our coaches. Head coach for the Mayport CG Hatton Northwood Patriots, Keenan Konchak, joins us with our pregame coaches' comments.
As we take advantage of a rain delay in the earlier semifinal to talk right now, and we're all huddled up as the rain's coming down, but let's talk about your team huddled up, getting ready to go in this next semifinal.
Yeah, so it's North Dakota, right? Could be, it's the sun's shining now and it's still raining, but yeah, we had a obviously big win yesterday. Girls are pretty pumped up to get that first round win, and now we move on to play the number 1 team in the state. So they'll be ready to go. I know their nerves are high, but I just told them it's just another game. It's just another game against a good team, and we haven't faced anybody that we haven't seen anybody on film or scout reports that we haven't seen before. So just another game for us.
All right. Well, here's you look at this one. Did you get much to see about the Miners or what they do or what you have to do against them?
Yeah, we'll keep doing what we do, right? We'll have a pretty good game plan, kind of like yesterday. We got some bunts down early, and that was pretty successful. So probably not as much today, but we'll see how the game goes out. We couldn't get going in the middle innings yesterday, so we want to make sure we're concentrating on that. But hopefully with those last 2 innings yesterday, we can carry those hits over towards today.
All right, Coach, thanks for the time. At least temporarily, it looks like it's clearing up. So we'll let you get back here to prepping.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you.
Keenan Konchak, head coach for the Mayport CG Hatton Northwood Patriots, join us. Our pregame coaches' comments. We'll be joined here with Coach Christensen coming up for the Beulah Miners when we come back on yourliveevent.com.
The Mayport CG Booster Club is here to support, promote, and encourage all Patriot sports and academic activities. The Mayport CG Booster Club members strive each year to make events within Mayport CG schools a very rewarding experience for the students, athletes, and spectators alike. For more information, like the Mayport CG Booster Club on Facebook. Best of luck to the teams competing in today's game, and go Patriots!
Hi, I'm Ernie Struby, president of the Goose River Bank, and I would like to know your story. Our lives and our businesses are comprised of events. We have all had our failures and successes, and these events define our character. If your character includes values like trustworthy, respectful, honest, and responsible, then your story matches well with ours, and we would consider it a privilege to be your financial partner. At the Goose River Bank, we believe that a strong bank builds strong communities. The Goose River Bank, member FDIC.
Pre-game show from Irie Insurance. More pre-game coaches' comments. Head coach for the Beulah Miners, the number 1 seeded Beulah Miners. It is Kyle Christensen.
Coach here as the Miners get ready to go today. Looking back at yesterday, a come from behind win. Take us through what it took to come back there after that early hole and get those runs across in the 6th to win in the 7th.
Right. Well, it's a game of momentum, and they got the momentum early, and I was real proud of how the girls maintained their composure and just kept grinding. And Tay was able to shut them down. She did make one mistake that Eastos made her pay for, and tacked up a couple more runs on us. Looked a little daunting there, but getting 2 in the 5th to cut it to 1, and then the 2 in the 6th, of course, that was a huge hit by Addie, and I'm sure Addie was feeling down with her pitching, but she stayed in the game too and came up with a big hit for us. So I could tell you can affect the game in a lot of ways.
Well, and I think it says something about mentally staying in the game so that you can do that even if you have a misplay or something early on.
Yeah, we haven't been in a lot of tight games either, and we started the season ranked 4th and felt like maybe that was a little bit of a slight. And when you become number 1, we've just really tried to stress to the girls, don't be drinking the Kool-Aid. Just stay humble and keep approach every game. We haven't been in a lot of pressure situations like that, so it was good to see the girls maintain their composure and come through when they needed to.
Getting a chance to watch Mayport CG in their victory yesterday. What did you see about them? What do you see that they present as the biggest challenge?
Well, I think their pitcher will be the biggest challenge. She's snapping it in there pretty good, and a little bit of a hump in it, some movement, a little bit of a change-up. So, we'll have to focus on just moving the ball, put the ball in play, and not try to do too much, just try to square it up.
All right, Coach, thanks so much for the time. Appreciate it. Best of luck.
Thank you.
There's our pregame coaches' comments here with our second semifinal ready to face off. It's the number 1 seeded Beulah Miners, the number 5 seeded Mayport CG Hatton Northwood Patriots. Winner gets the unseeded Thompson Tommies here tomorrow in the state championship game. We'll come back, wrap up our Insurance pregame show with your lineups and your first pitch coming your way on yourliveevent.com.
Fireworks and Sports Collectibles Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey swatch autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. They're open Saturdays 10 to 5. Call anytime 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles Hillsboro.
The Kindred Vikings Booster Club is an organization of parents and community members that supports and encourages the advancement to Kindred athletic programs, focusing on wholesome school spirit, promoting good sportsmanship, and developing high ideals of character. For more information, or if you'd like to be part of the Kindred Vikings Booster Club, send an email to kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. That's kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Vikings!
Did you know that there are several different types of crop hail insurance policies? Hi, this is Bethany Rentz, crop insurance agent with Irie Insurance. We at Irie Insurance want to help you select a hail policy that will best protect your crops and bottom line from a hailstorm. Give us a call today to schedule a time to meet with an Irie Insurance agent. For our contact information, go to our website at irieins.com.
You're protected and appreciated at Irie.
Irie Insurance is an equal opportunity provider.
First pitch upcoming here for our semifinal round game with the Beulah Miners and the Mayport CG Hatton Northwood Patriots. Let's get our starting laps from American Crystal Sugar Company. Live the sweet life. Go online, crystalsugar.com. Find more about American Crystal Sugar, including career opportunities here at crystalsugar.com. Mayport CG Hatton Northwood as the number 5 seed, their away team here. They will come out with the batting order. Mesa Larson, Danica Hansen, Raina Satcham do up 1, 2, 3. Riley Satcham bats 4th. Brooklyn Galdi falls behind in the 5 spot. Parker Strand, Madison Sand, Cora Gensrich, and the designated player Hudson Zerfus round out the batting 9 for Mayport CG Hatton Northwood. They will face a Beulah team with Taylor Christensen starting in the circle, came in on relief yesterday in the second inning, picked up 13 strikeouts. Ellie Wider will be behind the plate doing the catching. Ellie Steffen at first base. Brecken Bieber at second. Addie Dale Geiger at shortstop. Ava Seibel at third base. Jada Rembolt in left field. Cass Christensen in center. And Dave McKay in right field here today. The starting lineups for the Beulah Miners. Our first pitch, we're ready for it here as our umpire says play ball. Mesa Larson steps into that left-handed batter's box and takes the first pitch. Strike one. Here at 6:26, the time of first pitch here in this semifinal round, final game of the day here in this softball. Larson grounds one, knocked down at second base by Bieber. She dives to her right to get it. It will knock it down, infield single there for the first hit of the game. And the first runner aboard for Mayport CG had Northwood. So Mesa Larson aboard, and that brings up Danica Hansen. We'll see here what the Patriots want to do with some small ball. They want to use some of that athleticism, some of that speed. We'll see if we get some bunt attempts coming. Here's the first pitch, swing and a miss for a strike one. There's Danica Hansen, followed by Raina Satram. Here in this top of inning number one, the state semifinal. Again, the Thompson Tommies, victory over Kindred Richland 4-3. Punch the first ticket into the state championship game tomorrow. And they're excited, they're hanging out and waiting to see who they get to face off against. 0-2 hole now to Danica Hansen as she steps out. Little practice swing here and back in. And the righty Christensen delivers. Off-speed pitch, pulled the string, and the strikeout swinging. One down. And that will bring up Raina Satram. Raina Satram, the catcher, part of that Satram battery. With Riley doing the pitching. Shows bunt and pulls it back. Ball, though, gets by. And will be Larson going to second on the pass ball. It was a called strike. So no balls, one strike. Here with one out and a runner on second base now for Mayport CG had Northwood. Pitch comes up high for a ball. Here with the defense playing close to the lines. Not one to squirt by. Pitch comes here for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike for the Region 4 champions. The Beulah Miners taking on the Region 2 champs. Mayport CG had Northwood, the Patriots. Patriots trying to join their Region 2 counterparts, the Thompson Tommies, who are the runners-up as they've advanced to the state championship game. Here's a swing and a miss for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Would be something there if those two got together for one more round between the Tommies and the Patriots. But we got a lot of softball ahead of that before that can happen. Here's a swing and a miss. And Christensen picks up the strikeout. The counter jumps out with 2 here after that leadoff single from Mesa Larson. She's aboard at second base. As Riley Satram comes to the plate. As Riley versus Taylor, the pitcher on pitcher here in the first inning. First pitch, strike. Talking about Christensen coming into that second inning the rest of the way, allowing just 3 hits, a run, and striking out 13. Riley Satram struck out 15 yesterday in the victory over Hillsborough Central Valley. 0-2 as Christensen pumps it through on the first 2 pitches. Here now Satram in, and the righty delivers it, tails away for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Larson out at second base. They're trying to come in. Instead, it's going to be a pitch up high for a ball. Even count, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out in the top of the first inning. Beulah Miners looking for a quick inning here, trying to get the punch out. Here comes the pitch from Christensen. Swing and a miss. a leadoff single, and then she strikes out the side, and no runs on one hit, no errors and a runner left on for Mayport CG Hatton Northwood. We go to the bottom of the first inning, scoreless on your Irie Insurance scoreboard.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com. There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
Riley Satcham pitching for Mayport CG Hatton Northwood delivers the first pitch, strike one to Taylor Christensen. So Christensen just struck out Satcham for the final out in the top of the first, and they get to face each other in the bottom of the first. And this ball lined here into right field and over the glove of Sand in right center. It will go to the wall. Rounding second, on the way to third. They're going to hold her at third base as it's a leadoff triple for Taylor Christensen. Coming out right away and getting that runner on third. Brings up Dale Geiger to bat now for the Miners. Here's Christensen, Dale Geiger, and Seibel to lead things off in the Beulah batting order. Facing off here against Riley Satcham. First pitch, high for a ball.
2:10 to each corner here at
Well, both teams with the leadoff batter reaching base. See if Beulah can do what Port CG Hatton Northwood did not do, and that's bring in that runner from scoring position. 1-1 count to Dale Geiger. She delivered the big 2-out, 2 RBI hit in the 6th inning last night to get him the late lead. Check swing held up. It's ball 2. 2-1 our count. As we get set for this one, and the 2-1 is fouled to the backstop.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Here's so our schedule today has gone with victory for Renville County over Central McLean, 10-0 in 5 innings. Hillsborough Central Valley gets the victory over Des Lacs Burlington, Lewis and Clark 9-0. And here's a ball hit, fall right side and drifting out of play. Our first semifinal was Thompson defeating Kindred Richland 4-3. Here, and that one included a rain delay and a little bit of everything else there. Here's they get the late 6th inning runs there to respond and get that victory. Here's the 2-2, ball 3. So Beulah and Mayport CG Hatton Northwood, one will play at 6:30 tomorrow, and one will play the game before that in game number 3 in that 3rd place game. Here's the pitch, and this one is popped foul or play over the backstop. So count remains 3 balls, 2 strikes to Addie Dale Geiger, shortstop for Beulah. Riley Satcham delivers, and it's up high for ball 4, and we're going to hustle on down to first. Dale Geiger will take the walk. Brings up Ava Seibel. Seibel here took a hit yesterday. And this one comes up for a ball. 1-0, and Dale Geiger stealing second base, no throw down. So put runners on scoring position for the Miners. Their first 2 batters reach scoring position. Here's a strike. Even the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Here for Ava Seibel. Seibel looks in as Satcham fires in, a swing and a miss for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. This one starting a little bit later than I think we originally thought, especially because of that rain delay, but oh, here's one off the fall pole, or off the light pole. We had one yesterday off the third base light pole, now one off the first base. So matching divots in the light poles here. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count to Seibel. Satcham delivers, popped up, and this one will also go out of play. Here, a couple of pitches falled off to stay alive. Trying to remember what I was talking about before that first fall. Well, it'll come to me. And this one reached out and poked fall to the backstop. 3 straight falled off. Here with Allie Steffen on deck for Beulah. The Niners trying to see what that #1 ranking can do for them. They came back last night against Lax Burlington, Lewis, and Clark, with the Lakers jumping out in a 3-run first inning. They will come back with the 6-5 win. Here's a pitch, fall back out of play again. And this will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat upcoming for Seibel. So Satcham, 18 pitches here so far, and half of them have come here to Seibel. And I think we have to restock there behind home plate with a few of those softballs disappearing into the parking lot and everything. We'll get a couple tossed in. So we get one from the Patriot dugout, one from the Miners dugout, and we're all good to go. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out, runners on, second and third. Here in the bottom of the first inning. Ava Seibel versus Riley Satcham. Here comes the 2-2. Popped up, out of play. We'll see a 10th pitch here in this at-bat. Here's Seibel, can't quite straighten it out, and Satcham can't quite put her away. And this one comes in low for a ball. 3 balls, 2 strikes, filling in the count to the Miner third baseman. Here comes the payoff pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Made her work for it, but Satcham gets the first strikeout.
Now batting for the Miners,
so
number 28, Callie Steffen.
11 pitches that at bat. Here comes the pitch now to the number 4 hitter, first baseman. Callie Steffen takes the first pitch here for strike 1. 1 down, still runners on second and third. This one comes up high and out of the crouch. Raina Satcham jumps up, grabs it, and looks down at first where Taylor Christensen stands after her leadoff triple. Addie Dale Geiger at second after she walked and stole second base. Check swing, appeal down, and did not go around. So ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Satcham, the lefty, delivers. Swing and a miss. Even count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Thanks for joining us here today for our audio-only broadcast. It's been authorized special arrangement with the Board of Directors of the NDHSAA. Ground ball left side through. One will score easy. They're going to wave Dale Geiger around third base. The throw will be cut off and 2 runs score. So 2 runs coming in for Beulah. And they strike first on your Irie Insurance scoreboard with a 2-0 lead.
Playing second base, number 30, Brecken Bieber.
Those runs in, and Brecken Bieber will come to the bat now. They're playing at second base in the game. Here's a ground ball left side. Over to short. They'll flip to second for the one, and that's all they'll get. But they do get the lead runner. Safe on the fielder's choice. Out at second on the force.
Now hitting the catcher, number 12.
Two down with Ellie Widener coming to the plate. Widener the catcher. Or Beulah. Here comes the delivery from Riley Satram. It's up high for a ball. We had that rain delay in the first semifinal. Radar shows who knows what might happen, but we're hoping to get through here. We get a called strike here, 1 ball, 1 strike. We do know that we've been told that if we do get rain, as long as it will stop and we can play with the lights here at the South Hill Complex, we will play the remainder of this game here today. Pitch fall back out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count with 2 down. Runner on first, 2 runs have come in to score for Beulah. With the lead on your IRA Insurance scoreboard. Remember to contact your local IRA Insurance agents about crop hail policies to protect your field. Here's a flare shot into right field over the head of Gendrich at second, and that will move the runner first to third, and the inning will continue. So Bieber accelerating around second, makes it in safely standing up. Widener takes behind at first, and Tori Zeman will come up. Here's Zeman, we'll see here with Widener at first if she goes with runners on the corners. She will, and the throw will go down. They're going to get her in the returning back to first base. It's a great job defensively. Cut off by the shortstop Larson. Bieber does not go from third because of the cutoff throw, and then they look Widener back to first base. So the runners stay on the corners. Pitch was called ball 1, no, strike 1. 0-1 the count. And now here's a little soft pop here over to the shortstop. Larson will field it and then dump it back into the pitching circle as she heads back to the dugout. Third out there, but 2 runs come across on 3 hits for the Beulah Miners. They lead 2-0 over the Mayport CG Hat Northwood Patriots on your IRA Insurance scoreboard.
Dirt turning, hearts pumping, motors roaring. It's nonstop racing action Thursday nights at the Norman County Raceway and Friday nights at the Red River Valley Speedway. Featuring the fastest drivers around. Don't miss a lap. Fuel burning, dirt turning all summer long. For more information, visit ncraceway.com and redrivervalleyspeedway.com. The action never stops. Thursday night racing at the Norman County Raceway and Friday night racing at the Red River Valley Speedway.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
Top of the second. Here will be Mayport CG Hat Northwood coming to the plate with the 5, 6, 7 batters. Brooklyn Galdi will bat. Marker Strand will follow. Madison Sand will come out of the hole to bat third. Picking here, Taylor Christensen in the circle. First pitch is fired for a strike 1. Christensen gave up a leadoff single, infield single at that, in the first, then came back with 3 straight strikeouts. Here's the pitch missing for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
8-2 was the final in favor of the Patriots last night.
Here, Galdi waits for the pitch and swings and misses as it scoots away from the catcher. Might have been a little bit of a foul tip, but it's a strike 2. Here is Galdi. Waits the 1-2 offering from Christensen. Just missing low. 2-2.
where his book got absolutely rained on.
Here we'll have the
Back in the last game. I don't know how he ended up continuing to use that thing.
swing and a miss for the strike three. 4 straight strikeouts for Christensen. Here's we look out, check in here with Chase Miller across town. Bottom of the 6 in that first baseball semifinal. Lemoore, Litchfield, Marion leading 10-7 in the bottom of the 6th over Langdon area Edmore Munich. So after that game wraps up, wait half an hour, and then you'll have Thompson and Central Cass and Chase Miller standing by, eagerly awaiting to bring that game for you with YourLiveEvent.com, the audio-only broadcast. Thank you for joining us here for our softball, baseball coverage out from Minot here this weekend. Appreciate all the sponsors you see in here throughout our broadcast coverage as well. We ask whenever possible to please patronize those businesses. They're the ones that make it possible for us to be here with our coverage. Ground ball left side, picked at short. Dale Geiger with a rifle shot over to first base for the out. The laser there for the ground out, 6-3.
2 up, 2 down. Nice play from Patty.
2 outs, and that will bring up Madison Sand. Sand reached on error last night, but otherwise had an offer at the plate. Looking to change that here against Taylor Christensen.
To end the season, the Beulah Miners ended up with 3 straight shutouts.
Here the first pitch, strike 1.
You can see why they've got somebody on the hill that throws some.
Here in the swing and a miss for strike 2.
That one, the right-handed batting, Said. No balls, 2 strikes.
Here, and Christensen trying to shut the door here in the second. She does with a strike 3 swinging. 1-2-3 inning with a pair of strikeouts for Taylor Christensen, and it's 2-0. Beulah leads over Mayport CG Hatton Northwood as we go to the bottom of inning number 2 on YourLiveEvent.com with your Irie Insurance scoreboard.
Public School District looks to collaboratively cultivate an environment that challenges learners to reach their full potential in a student-centered, community-supported environment while building authentic relationships that promotes active engagement in learning, literacy, and life. Kendrick Public Schools' mission is to educate, prepare, and maximize student potential. Kendrick Public School District, student-centered, community-supported. For more info about upcoming school events and news, go online to kindred.k12.us.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career, doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Beulah Miners coming up to the plate. Jada Rembolt to lead things off as the first pitch is a strike 1. 8-9-1 batters. Rembolt, Christensen. Here for Beulah. Taking on Riley Satram. Here's this one popped up, foul. Out of play. 2 hits in the first inning for Beulah. A leadoff triple and then a single here for Widener. And the runs coming, 3 hits actually, as the third hit there was the 2 RBI single. Callie Steffen, the cleanup hitter. Here's a 1-2 and a close pitch off here to make it 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, the key piece of that equation for next year already moving ahead.
Here's the pitch from Satcham looking for a punch out, and it's going to be a fly ball fall.
Only juniors, those twins. Certainly an X factor.
So the count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's Riley Satcham, sends it here, ground ball left side, picked at third by Hanson. The throw across to Galdi, and that will be the 5-3 put out. Out number 1.
Brings up Cassidy Christensen.
Now hitting for the Miners.
Fair walks yesterday.
Here with
The center fielder,
And she went over
number 9,
one on top of it.
Cassidy
Beulah Miners.
Christensen, the right-handed batter, facing Riley Satcham.
here in this one at the plate, and a pitch for a strike. Here on that leadoff pitch in the at-bat. The Beulah Miners have never appeared in the title game. Here's, in fact, the only team from what would be the Old West region that has appeared in the state title game is Delax, Burlington, Lewis, and Clark. But the Miners making their third consecutive appearance and 3 in their title, or in their program history. 21, 22, 23. 5th place in 21, 3rd place in 22, so trying to do that, hey, we're going to jump up 2 spots on the podium that they've done the last couple of years and see if they can take home a title for Ursula. It'll be the first time that a West region team, or from the Old West region, here claims the title. Here's a swing and a miss for a strikeout. Here's Ali Satcham, strikes out Cass Christensen, brings up Taylor Christensen. You're looking at the Mayport CG Patriots as they get a ball popped up towards short. Well, they're trying to make to their first state championship appearance as well. And they'll have a 2-0 hole as we go to the top of the 3rd inning, trailing the Beulah Miners on your Irie Insurance scoreboard.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
The Kindred Vikings Booster Club is an organization of parents and community members that supports and encourages the advancement to Kindred athletic programs, focusing on wholesome school spirit, promoting good sportsmanship, and developing high ideals of character. For more information, or if you'd like to be part of the Kindred Vikings Booster Club, send an email to kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. That's kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Vikings!
Leading off the top of the 3rd.
Top of inning number 3 for Gensrich, Hutch Zerfus, Mesa Larson with the top of the order up here for Mayport CG Haddon Northwood. Patriots here have 1 hit in their first 2 innings at the plate. That was Mesa Larson leading off the game. Since then, 5 of the 6 batters that Taylor Christensen has faced, she has struck out. She falls behind 1-0 to the leadoff batter, Cora Gensrich here. This one will come in low as well. 2 balls, no strikes. Gensrich, then Zerfus, the designated player, Hudson Zerfus, hitting for the left fielder, Reagan Zerfus, for the Patriots. There's a called strike. 2 balls, 1 strike to Gensrich.
2 balls, 1 strike.
29, this will be pitch number 30 here for Taylor Christensen, and a swing and a miss for strike 2. Here, nobody out here leading off the top of the 3rd inning. 2 runs in the 1st inning for Beulah. That's where we sit here as a swing and a miss, strike 3. 6 strikeouts now for Taylor Christensen. And that will be 19 so far in this state tournament. She had 13 on in relief yesterday. Came in, moved away through the 2nd inning. And then pitched the remainder of that 7-inning victory against Delax, Burlington, Lewis, and Clark. The pitch for a strike to Hudson Zerfus. This one up high for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to the designated player for the Patriots. Here's a pitch, fouled to the backstop for a strike. Looking here down a lot of red, a lot of blue here for these 2 teams. There's a swing and a miss on the 1-2 strikeout. Surface goes down, so First 9 batters that Christensen has faced, she's allowed 1 hit. She has 7 strikeouts and a ground ball towards shortstop for the 8 outs she's recorded so far. Brings up now Mesa Larson. She had that 1 hit leading off and now looks to see what the lefty can do. Here trying to be aggressive again as she hit that second pitch. She'll swing and miss at this pitch. 4 strike 1.
No balls, 1 strike, 2 down, nobody on.
Mesa Larson at that top of the order. Hits another one over towards second base. This one a routine ground ball as Bieber Fields throws to Steffen, and that will be the 4-3 ground out. So back-to-back 1, 2, 3 innings, and Mayport CG Hatton Northwood is scoreless as we go to the bottom of the third. Beulah has 2 runs. They lead on the Irie Insurance scoreboard 2-0 on yourliveevent.com.
Hi, I'm Ernie Struby, president of the Goose River Bank, and I would like to know your story. Our lives and our businesses are comprised of events. We have all had our failures and successes, and these events define our character. If your character includes values like trustworthy, respectful, honest, and responsible, then your story matches well with ours, and we would consider it a privilege to be your financial partner. At the Goose River Bank, we believe that a strong bank builds strong communities. The Goose River Bank, member FDIC.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey, swatch, autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. They're open Saturdays 10 to 5. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
Bottom of the third inning, 2-3-4 batters to bat for Beulah. Addie Dale Geiger steps up. She walked and scored a run in the 2-run first inning. Also stole a base.
First pitch delivered in for
A Seibel, Kelly Steffen up after that. First pitch to Dale Geiger is strike 1. Riley Satcham then delivers this one, popped up, and it will drift over and out of play down that first base line. Here's so an 0-2 hole to the Beulah shortstop. Miners here coming in as the #1 ranked team. Here also in the polls and the seeded here. So #1 ranked, #1 seed. Here's this one lined down the right field line, and it will go foul. Here, giving it a ride down that line. 210 down that right field line, same as the left field line. 220 straight away center field here. The South Hill Softball Complex in Minot. 0-2 offering coming up. And this one is popped up and drifting over the backstop into the netting.
right under the netting, right in front of us here.
Count stays, no balls, 2 strikes.
Count remains at 0-2. Geiger walked on at her first at
Still do have a little breeze coming through here. Not as gusty as it was during the parts of our first semifinal. Check swing and an appeal did not go.
First base line for the clarification.
Ball 1.
It was a check swing.
Yeah, still a little breeze blowing across here, but
Ball, 2 strikes.
feeling nice after that little rain shower that we got. A little lightning with it here in that first semifinal. A strikeout looking. Riley Satcham picks up her 3rd strikeout. First one with the backward K is now we get a fresh restock of softballs here. We've had a lot fall off, including from Ava Seibel, who fouled off 5 pitches last time before Satcham finally won the battle on pitch number 11 for the strikeout. 0 for 1 here today. Ground ball, shortstop, over here to Larson, throws to Galdi, and that will be the out. So 11 pitches the first time she comes up and jumps aboard the first pitch she sees this time for a 1-pitch out, number 2. That will bring up Kelly Steffen. Steffen had the big hit in that first inning with the 2 RBI single. And then she was forced out at second. here with the next batter, Bieber, at the plate.
That one was low in the zone.
Ball one coming from Riley Satcham.
Well, both of these teams had rallies late in their contests yesterday.
And Satcham comes back with a pitch inside.
Beulah Miners, that one's in for a strike, 1-0.
And Riley Satcham dealing with some late season injury here over the final few games of the regular season and into that region tournament. Did play in the region title game. And obviously pitched last night as we talk about her 15 strikeouts in the circle. But as Coach Konchak said, not 100%, but she's tough. Used to be a hockey player. Still plays hockey, I'm sure. I don't know. I haven't seen her in person play hockey. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count. Here to Callie Steffen. So on high for a ball. Full count now to the cleanup hitter. Brecken Bieber on deck. And this one fouled off. Oh, you're good. It's been a long day. I got to stretch the legs too and everything. Yeah. Here, it's not the first time I've been kicked in a press box, trust me. Here's a ball 4 here to Steffen, and she will walk down to first base. Brings up now the second baseman, Brecken Bieber. Here's old Bieber with 2 outs. Runner on first base. Fielder's choice, ground out to her last time. She ended up stranded at third base here in that first inning. Riley Satcham comes here with strike 1. 2 down, runner on first. Satcham, the lefty, delivers inside to the righty. Snap throw down to first as Raina Satcham trying to throw behind the runner, Steffen, who's retreating back to the base in time. 1-1 our count. This one, ground ball off the glove of Riley Satcham, and she will stay with it, get it in front of Gendrich, and flip it here with the underhand to Galdi for the out. So the 1-3 put out to end the inning as the third inning wraps up. It's 2-0 in favor of Beulah over Mayport CG Hatton Northwood on your IRA Insurance scoreboard.
Phone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, Broadband Voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you want in a hometown. Business opportunities, great jobs, and a top-notch school. Shovel-ready lots for your next idea. Great jobs in manufacturing, healthcare, and agriculture. An excellent education for your kids with small class sizes and lots of school spirit. Plus easy access to I-29 and the conveniences of North Dakota's largest cities. Build your future in Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
Top of inning number 4, Mayport CG Hatton Northwood. To the plate will be Danica Hansen. Here's the pitch, a little fall tip, strike 1. Hansen, one of the 3 strikeouts in the first inning for Taylor Christensen. They're part of 7 strikeouts in the game so far over the first 3 innings. Here's a bunt down the third base line. It will roll foul. Roll foul be strike number 2. Here for Hansen. Here's Mayport CG, the Patriots last year in a 5th place finish. Here, this will be the highest they'd finished this in their program history as strike 3 here to Hansen goes down. Strikeout number 8 by Taylor Christensen in the circle for Beulah. Beulah, highest finish they've had in state tournament. Here was the third place finish last year. Here in this their third straight tournament appearance. Fifth place, third place, and now trying to get to that championship game. Ball one here to Raina Satram. With one out here in this top of the fourth inning.
Ball number
2. 2-0.
Fourth inning here.
Here with Riley Satram on deck. Raina Satram, another strikeout victim, her first time up. This one is up for a ball.
On its way.
So, 3-0.
High in the zone for a ball.
Christensen rocks and delivers the pitch for a strike. Here the defense here with Helly Widener doing the catching. Kelly Steffen at first base, Brecken Bieber at second. Eddie Dale Geiger at shortstop. We have a Seibel at third base, Jada Rimbolt at left field. Cass Christensen in center field, Dave McKay, the flex player, in right field for Beulah. The pitch fall to the backstop. Here's 2 strikes now here on Raina Satram. This one popped up, and that's going to go out of play. Here, so the 2-2, the count remains. Nope, 3-2. It is 3-2. It is a full count. It is a full count there. And Satram taking her time, stepping back in the box while Christensen's prepping herself in the back of the circle. Now onto the pitching rubber and the 3-2. Skied here into center field, going back. Cass Christensen, and she will make the catch, backpedaling out and straight away center field. There the hardest hit ball so far today for Mayport CG, but Cass Christensen makes the out for the Miners. Cassidy Christensen, the freshman. Taylor Christensen, the senior. Here for Beulah, as this one will drop in front here as Riley Satram pulls out the iron and gulfs one there into right center field. Just gets it in front of Cass Christensen, charging in after that, and Riley Satram will get the base hit.
For the Patriots, playing first base, number 5, Brooklyn Dalby.
Looks like Lemoore Litchfield Marion with the victory, 12-8 in the baseball semifinals. So Thompson Central Cass will be coming up shortly in that one with, again, Chase Miller on the call of that game.
1 ball, no strikes. Here with 2 down. Top half of the
Look back at
Beulah leading.
two teams here, and Beulah is the number 1 seeded team coming in. Here they're Region 4 champions. They picked up a 24-0 victory over Garrison. Here, and then comes back with a 20-5 victory over Wilton Wing. And then a 13-0 win over Washburn Center Stanton. So some convincing wins on the region tournament here for Beulah. And as Coach Christensen said, yeah, we haven't had a whole lot of close games, so glad that they were able to come through with that last night. Here's the 2-2, and Galdi swings and misses for strike 3. That's 9 Ks right now for Taylor Christensen in the circle. And we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. 2-0 the score. Your IRA Insurance scoreboard.
The scenery while driving down the road will soon be filled with farm machinery planting this year's crop. Hi, this is Bethany Rentz, crop insurance agent with IRE Insurance. As fieldwork begins, we want to remind you to take extra caution when approaching large, slow-moving machinery traveling down the road. A successful crop year is one that is accident-free. IRE Insurance offers all lines of insurance, and we would love the opportunity to visit with you. For our contact information, please visit our website at ireins.com. IRE Insurance is an equal opportunity provider.
Successful teams need a place to practice when the weather doesn't cooperate or the teams just need an extra swing. The Mayport Youth Center provides that option for the Mayport CG School District, summer baseball and softball teams. The Mayport Youth Center is an indoor facility that includes batting cages and field turf. In the winter, the facility is home to the Mayport Ice Dog hockey team. Good luck to the Mayport CG Patriots from the Mayport Youth Center.
First pitch, fall to the backstop, strike one to Ellie Widener.
Number 4, she's got 3 strikeouts, so 2 walks to her.
A single in her first at bat.
Only giving up 3 hits, all 3 came back.
This one well struck here into right field. Sand going back, and it will be over the shoulder. A little twisting catch there in right field. Here for the out.
First out here on the bottom half of the 4th.
That sounded good off the bat. Didn't quite go as far as it sounded like it would. And Sand there, backpedaling for the catch. Brings up Tori Zeman. Here with nobody on, 1 out, and this one will be a fair ball, and we're going to have a catcher picking up here at Satcham's going to get it, and we're going to have some conversation coming here because Satcham kind of cut in front of Zeman to field the baseball, and they're going to say, did the defender obstruct? Here, and it's going to be an out. Here, so saying here that everything was okay on that play. So the soft little ground out, 2-3. Brings up Jada Rembolt, strike one to her.
2 outs here for the Beulah Miners trying to add to a 2-0 lead.
Here,
the bottom half
the
of the 4th.
Patriots trying to do what they've done the last couple innings and have some efficient innings. Here after giving up 3 hits and 2 runs in the first inning. Here the 0-2 becomes a 1-2 count as Rembolt watches it run high. This pitch flied out here to right center, coming over. Strand will call for it and take the out. 1, 2, 3, bottom of the 4th to the top of the 5th we go. Our Irie Insurance scoreboard remains the same. Beulah leads over Mayport CG Haddon Northwood 2-0.
Inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
Dirt turning, hearts pumping, motors roaring. It's nonstop racing action Thursday nights at the Norman County Raceway and Friday nights at the Red River Valley Speedway. Featuring the fastest drivers around. Don't miss a lap. Fuel burning, dirt turning all summer long. For more information, visit ncraceway.com and redrivervalleyspeedway.com. The action never stops. Thursday night racing at the Norman County Raceway and Friday night racing at the Red River Valley Speedway.
Top of the 5th inning for the Mayport CG Haddon Northwood Patriots. Parker Strand, Madison Sand, and Cora Gensrich will bat. Here comes the pitch for a called strike. Parker Strand grounded out in her first at bat, 0 for 1 here today. Just 2 base runners allowed. Here is the ground ball towards third, picked by Seibold. The throw to first, and we have a third base runner that's beaten out. Seibold coming in and called an infield single. Here for Parker Strand.
We'll see if that's credited as a hit or an error.
Here, so runner on the plate, or on the first. Madison Sand will bat now. This one popped up, out of play. Sand, a strikeout victim, her first at bat, 0 for 1 here today. And again, 3 base runners now in the game for Mayport CG. Mesa Larson leading off the first with a single. Riley Satcham with a 2-out single in the 4th, and now a leadoff infield single in the 5th. But Taylor Christensen comes back with strike 1, strike 2 here to Madison Sand. And now sets up to deliver. This one swing and a miss. Strike 3, runner goes and will be in with no throw down at second. Here, so Parker Strand stealing second base. Here's the out.
Second base, number 7.
Cora Gensrich will bat now.
Brings up Cora Gensrich.
Gensrich 0 for 1 here today with a strikeout.
The head coach had a quick conversation with Don Doyle, the home plate umpire. Good.
Taylor Christensen of the 9 different batters as we get a ground ball over to first, 3 unassisted. Runner moves up to third. Of the 9 batters in the Mayport CG Hatton Northwood batting order, 7 of them have struck out at least once against Taylor Christensen. Here, so here with 10 strikeouts in this 5th inning. First pitch here, strike 2, Hudson Zerfus. The 0-1, Zerfus a strikeout, her first at bat. This one comes through for strike 2. Oh, Parker Strand board at third base. That's the farthest that a Patriot base runner has gotten in this game. And this pitch called strike 3. Strikeout number 11 for Taylor Christensen. And the runner at third stays put. To the bottom of the 5th inning we go. Beulah leading Mayport CG Hatton Northwood 2-0 on your IRA Insurance scoreboard.
Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at RDK Enterprises, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
Bottom of inning number 5, and the bottom of the order starts off the number 9 hitter, Cass Christensen, followed by Taylor Christensen and Addie Dale Geiger for Beulah. And this one, ball 1 and strike 1. Here from Riley Satcham. Giving up 2 runs, 2 hits, 3 runners left on base against her. Pitch high for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Riley Satcham sets to deliver, and this one seen for a ball. Here's this will complete the second time through the batting order for Satcham, as the 3-1 is there for strike 2. Here and after that first inning with the 3 hits, Satcham's got in a nice groove. Here's a ball over towards second base. Gandridge will field, try and kind of shovel pass it off to first. It gets by for an error. Throw to second, and the runner is out. So we'll be out, and that will avoid the error there. So be the 4-2-6 out. So that will be 1 down, and top of the order now, Taylor Christensen at the plate.
First appearance today, she had a triple.
First pitch, strike one. Christensen singled, leading off, or tripled, leading off the first. Came in to score on the 2-run single. And Callie Steffen in that first inning. She'll swing and miss through this pitch for the 0-2 count. Riley Satcham onto the pitching rubber and delivers in a ball into the gap in left center field. On the horse, it will be extra bases as she rounds first, goes to second. She's going to look, but she's going to stop at second. Stopping at second here for a one-out double. 5 bases here and 3 at-bats for Taylor Christensen.
Now hitting for the Miners, the shortstop.
And will be Addie Dale Geiger now to bat for Beulah.
Puts herself into scoring position now as Addie Dale Geiger comes up for her third plate appearance.
Here's the pitch for a strike.
Strikeout of the ball game. See strike number 1.
0-1. Here with 1 down, runner on second base. Here is the ground ball through the middle. That should score. Christensen takes the turn, and she will be in with no throw to the plate. The run scores and makes it a 3-0 Miner lead. So Addie Dale Geiger had the big hit with the 2 RBIs in the 6th inning last night. She gets a single RBI here in the 5th inning and extends lead out to 3-0.
Brings up Ava Seibel. Grounded out and struck out.
Here and Seibel will come up now with a strikeout and a ground out for an 0-2 day at the plate so far. Winner of this one trying to face the Thompson Tommies. Who defeated Kindred Richland earlier today, 4-3. Fly ball into center field. Parker Strand tracks it down and gets the throw in right away. Keep that runner at first base. Seibel flies out. And Seibel, that 11-pitch first at bat, and next 2 at bats combined 2 pitches, 2 outs. Brings up Callie Steffen. And she'll golf a shot here into the gap in right center field. They're going to wave. I got Dale Geiger around. She'll come to third, then misplayed out in right field, and that will be coming in to score. So given a single with a runner coming in on an error, therefore the 4-0 Miner lead. Single there, runner goes to third, comes in to score on an error. Error out in right field, first error of the game for either team. And now here's a inside pitch and fouled right off the handle above the hands. Beaver falls behind 0-2. American Beaver 0-2 today with a fielder's choice and a ground out in her 2 at-bats.
0-2 pitch is what we see next.
This one popped up left side over at third and right next to the base. Stanek Hansen's there for the catch and the out. But a couple of runs come across, double up the lead. It's now 4-0 in favor of the Beulah Miners as we go to the 6th inning on your Irie Insurance scoreboard. Thanks for listening in on YourLiveEvent.com.
North Dakota All-Star Gathering on your live event, as we'll have coverage of the Shields Softball All-Star Series on June 5th and 6th.
And the 1-2. Hit on the ground, is going to sneak through the middle for a base hit.
The Optimist Volleyball Series on June 12th and 13th.
This one comes Olivia Vetter, back set, blocked at the net.
Plus the Lions All-Star Basketball Series on July 10th and 11th.
Now it's with Class A. Here's Michael Nile with the windmill duck.
For more information, go to yourliveevent.com.
Congratulations on a great season from Dakota Natural Gas, American Crystal Sugar Company, Ag Country Farm Credit Services, Bloomfield Enterprise, RDK Enterprises, Hillsboro and Drayton, Hillsboro EDC. There's more at Exit 104. Goose River Bank, Mayville, Hillsboro, Hatton, Irie Insurance, IrieINS.com. Halsted Telephone Company, Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
Here as we have the top of the 6th inning for Mayport CG, Hatton Northwood. Top of the order. Mesa Larson, Danica Hansen, Raina Satram. Two of the 3 hits so far in the game for Mayport CG. One of them was Mesa Larson leading off the game. She tries to bunt, and it's bunted foul for a strike. Patriots trying to do now what they did last night, putting some runs across in the final 2 frames as they plated 7 runs in the 6th and 7th innings combined. That helped, well, that gave them the win against Hillsborough Centre Valley. 1 ball, 1 strike as Taylor Christensen. 64 pitches right now in the game. Efficient and economical. Well hit down the left field line. Chasing it, and it will land and roll to the fence. Larson with the speed around second. She comes in, and she'll be at third. They're going to hold her up at third. Coach Konchak put up the stop sign at the last possible second, and Larson will be there on third with a leadoff triple. And that's what the Patriots needed there to get that leadoff runner on and get some momentum going here. Danica Hansen will bat. Hansen 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Here shows bunt, gets it down to the third base line. No throw, and they're going to dive back into third, back safely there. Now still off second base, Danica Hansen dancing over there, and she will stay there. So the bunt single. Larson holds up at third. Runners on the corners, nobody out. Likely to see Hansen go to second. With the 4-run lead, the Miners want to maybe try throwing down to try and get the out and concede the run. We'll see what the decision is. Raina Satram bats here for the 3rd time with a strikeout and a flyout here. Throw just goes back to the pitcher, Christensen, and Danica Hansen will glide her way into second base. So Raina Satram, chance to knock in a couple. She can find that base hit. First pitch was a ball. And the next one comes through, and that one's fouled to the backstop. 1 ball, 1 strike. Taylor Christensen here in this 6th inning through 5 innings complete. 11 strikeouts, now giving up 5 hits. Has not walked a batter. And we're going to have a conversation now here as Kyle Christensen comes out for Beulah. They have a quick conversation in the circle. Gives us time for our Farmers Union Insurance in-game update here. In the top of the 6th inning, Mayport CG had Northwood trailing 4-0 to Beulah with runners on 2nd and 3rd. Here, nobody out. Best scoring opportunity that they've had all game. Here is they've had a hit in the 1st, a hit in the 4th, a hit in the 5th, and up until that leadoff triple had only had 1 batter reach third base. Now they got 2 runners in scoring position here, trying to cut into the deficit. They rallied last night, looking for some more late inning magic here in the Magic City. Here's the 1-1, and it's swung through for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Riley Satram, she has a hit earlier. She's on deck. Raina Satram trying to get her own hit. And it's ground ball, left side to third base. They're going to throw across the diamond. They'll get one. Relay throw to home that gets by the catcher, and the run is safe. The run is safe. So the run for the out is what the Miners will give up. Here's the ground out. 5-3. Hunter Mesa Larson will advance here to score. Danica Hansen advances here to third. So the run in. Mayport CG had Northwood onto the scoreboard. Riley Satram bats now. 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a single against Christensen.
Satcham had a single back in the fourth, struck out of the first inning.
There's a long time between this pitch as Satcham takes her time now, gets into the box, and the pitch fouled to the backstop.
Sent back up into the
For a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Riley Satcham and Galdi on deck.
On the 1-1 count, Taylor Christensen.
There's Danica Hansen
Back up to the hill.
board at third.
2 strikeouts in the fifth, 2 strikeouts
Here for the Patriots. 4-1 our score. Mayport CG had Northwood finds the scoreboard here in the 6th.
Looking for a first K here in the 6th.
Wondering here if
1-1 pitch on its way.
just the temperature's down. There's a throw down here, and it will roll into left field as the ball gets away, and the run will come in to score. Widener threw down to third. Looked like it bounced off of the elbow or shoulder, the back of the arm of Hansen, and she'll be safe at home on the throwing error. And the run coming in, that's the deficit in half. 4-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Riley Satcham with the bases empty. And the pitch missing. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So, Patriots at least starting here to get a rally going. Now with the bases empty, they'll have to produce some base runners again. And here's a fall tip.
Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Here too. As we're double checking the count up here, we got a 1-2, a 2-2, and a 3-2. Who's going to be right? Now we'll see here as the pitch is up high for a ball.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
I will make it 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 down here for Riley Satcham at the plate. Mayport CG had Northwood. Pitch popped up, left field, charging in, long way to come, and it will. Oh, what a catch in left field! Rembolt charging in, diving, a little twist on the end, reaching out with the full extension, and it into the glove and holds on as she hits the turf for the out. Rembolt with a great catch there in left field. Thought that was gonna just drop in. Instead, it erases Riley Satcham. And we're having time called now here. Looks like the catcher's gear for Widener needs a little work on that. So they're going to check that out real quick. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with more here in the top of the 6th.
Tommy's from everyone at Thompson Public Schools, where their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. A thank you to the students, teachers, parents, and staff that made this a great school year. And a special congratulations and good luck to the graduating class of 2023. You can find out more about the great things happening in Thompson Public Schools, plus summer camp information, 2023-2024 school year calendar dates, information, and athletic requirements. TPS-K12.org. Go Tommies!
Well, the catcher's gear fixed up here as Ellie Widener back behind the plate. Here with bases empty, 2 down here for Galdi. She'll swing and miss at the pitch for a strike. 2 down, again, thanks to the Jada Rembolt catch out in left field. One of the better catches we've seen here in this tournament. We've seen a couple nice ones. Here's a swing and a miss to Galdi. Now behind 0-2. Taylor Christensen. Here waiting on delivering the pitch. Strike 3, give her a dozen. Strikeout number 12 for her in the game. And that will keep the Beulah Miners in front 4-2 over Mayport CG. Had Northwood on your IRA Insurance scoreboard as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning on yourlifeevent.com.
Let's get real. Get ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. The University of Minnesota Crookston offers more than 35 majors, minors, and certificates. Earn a University of Minnesota degree, where you can make a difference in a close-knit community. Faculty become friends, and friends feel like family. You don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, and will get you ready for anything.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
6-hole.
Ellie Widener to bat. As the Beulah Miners looking to widen the lead here in this 6th inning, leading 4-2. First pitch, strike one from Riley Satcham. Riley Satcham pitching, Raina Satcham catching. Galdi at first base. Cor Gendrich at second, Mesa Larson at shortstop, Danica Hansen at third. Reagan Zerfus, the flex player, in left field. Parker Strand in center, Madison Sand in right field for the Patriots. Here's a pitch, fall to the backstop once again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here, Widener, then Zeman and Rembolt scheduled up for Beulah. Both teams trying to make their first ever state championship game appearance here for Class B fast pitch.
Makes it from her twin sister back on the rubber pad.
Widener
2 balls, 1 strike.
with a 2-1 count.
Pitcher Widener.
No, 1-2 count.
Here's the windup for the pitch. Down and away.
Here's the pitch, comes in low.
For a ball. Widener with a single and a fly out. She's 1 for 2 here in the ball game.
Here.
Count moves to 3-1.
3-2 count, and the pitch, ground ball, shortstop. Larson plays it on a hop, throw over to Galdi for the out. Will be out number 1.
Grounds out here for the first out to the bottom half of the 6th.
So 1 down, bringing up Tori Zeman. Zeman 0 for 2 with a line drive to shortstop and a ground out here to the catcher. Raina Satcham. Ball 1 on the first pitch. Zeman, the designated hitter, or designated player, I should say, for the Miners. Pitch popped up, and this one will hit the top of the press box, roll down the netting to the top of the backstop.
So gingerly, right back to the fence, stuck up on top of the
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, nobody on base. Ooh, that was a nice pitch. Pulling the off speed out there. Buckle the knees as drops in for the strike.
1-2 count. Beulah trying to add to a 4-2 lead.
Here's Satcham's pitch. This one fouled again off the top of the press box, and that will nestle in right next to the previously hit foul ball. As the pair just there watching from high atop the backstop now. 1-2. And a ground ball reaching out on this one, and it will go fall down the third base line. So 1-2, the count remains. 1 down, nobody on base. Miners trying to extend some leads out here in this 6th inning. Patriots trying to keep the distance they have to cover the same as a swing and a miss for a strike 2. Satcham picks up the strikeout in the circle, her 4th today. And brings up Jada Remble. So she made the great play in the outfield. Now she's trying to see if she can get some offensive play here. 0 for 2 here today with a ground out and a well-hit ball to center field for a flyout. Pitch, that one out of the grip there. Riley Satcham sends it to the backstop and basically rolls its way 3/4 the way back out to the circle. So the 2-0 to the left fielder. Called strike. 2-1 now. So we see the Thompson Tommies milling about down below. We're going to see here if they're, you see the Beulah Miners hold on to this late lead or if the Mayport CG Patriots and their Region 1 or Region 2 counterparts can complete a late inning comeback. Here's a swing and a miss, and that will be strike 3, out number 3. To the 7th inning we go. Mayport CG needs a pair of runs to continue or a trio to take the lead as they trail 4-2 on your IRA Insurance scoreboard. To Beulah on yourliveevent.com.
Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, Broadband Voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at RDK Enterprises, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
Center fielder, number 27.
It will be the Mayport CG Hat Northwood Patriots, Parker Strand, Madison Sand, Cora Gendrich, the batters. Here is they need 2 runs to tie things up here in the 7th inning. Here's the name of the first state championship game appearance still alive for the Patriots. Beulah Miners, they're getting pumped in the circle right now as some high fives around, and finally Taylor Christensen gets the softball. They high five, they break apart, back to their defensive positions. Here in their third, both teams making their 3rd straight appearance. Beulah trying to hold up to that number 1 seeding. Here's the pitch. Outside for ball 1. Here, so the 1-0 to Strand, heading from the left side. Here's the pitch on the black for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here in this rally, we'll have to start with the bottom of the order. Here they were able to help come through last night. Trying to do so again here. Swing and a miss, strike 2, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here from Taylor Christensen to Parker Strand. Strand taking a moment, calling time, stepping out of the box. Now back in. Christensen into the motion, and it's popped up out of play. Christensen, 84 pitches. Efficient here in her 6+ innings pitched now. Strand going to tie the shoe, lace him up. No, Bunny goes around the tree, down the rabbit hole. Here comes the 1-2, and this one hit fall. Once again out of play. Right now the defense guarding the lines, trying to avoid any extra base hits given up. This one fall to the backstop. Strand stays alive. Here, 7th pitch coming up. Sun coming back out. Shadows extended across the field now. Not all the way, but starting to extend from that first base dugout line out there into the middle infield near the circle. Here's a pitch low in the dirt for a ball. Here is evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. There's a right at home plate where the catcher is setting up, that being Ellie Widener. There's a little bit of a sunspot there. Wondering there if that's at all playing a factor in trying to see the signs locate there. Pitch misses for a ball, full count, 3-2. Parker Strand trying to get aboard. They need a base runner before that tying run can come to the plate. The pitch, fall back, out of play. 10th pitch of the bat upcoming. Here for Parker Strand. 1 for 2 today with a ground out and a single. She singled leading off the 5th, stole a base and ended up at 3rd.
From the dugout. Strand takes a call from that third base line.
Time called here as we get a couple of fresh set of softballs tossed in. Now here we go again. Here's the 3-2. This one fall back, out of play. Here just trying to straighten it out now. You've gone under it and fouled it back. And falling them straight back, which typically means your timing's okay. It's just the swing, you're swinging underneath the pitch a little bit. Here she'll step in. Choke up, bat control here with the 3-2 offering. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, a baker's dozen, number 13 for Taylor Christensen, equaling her performance from last night. One down, and that brings up Addison Sand.
2 outs away here for Beulah.
Here as Christensen sets up, she struck Sand out twice today.
Sand struck out twice here so far in the ballgame.
First pitch to her is ball 1. Cora Gensrich on deck. Christensen rocks and delivers. The righty pumps it right down Main Street for the strike. Late inning, final inning of regulation. Got to balance the aggression and patience at the plate. Trying to find a good pitch. You don't want to let a good pitch run by you.
2 balls, 1 strike. Here with 1 down.
All missing. 2 balls, 1 strike to Madison Sand.
2-1 pitch.
This one, little chop over to second base. Underhand flip from Bieber to Steffen. And the Miners are 1 out away from their first state championship game appearance.
Number 7.
Cora Gensrich will now bat for Mayport CG Hatton Northwood.
2 down here, top of the 7th. Mayport CG needs some.
Can the 2-out magic
heroics here from Gensrich.
come up now?
0 for 2 here today.
There's the first pitch. Goes 5-hole on the catcher Widener for ball 1. Whoa, then a little Keystone Cops as the throw back to the pitcher goes over there to second base, but no one on base, so no worries. We will switch out the softball though. Here again, that rain earlier maybe making a little bit of wetness on the grip. So 1 ball, no strikes to Cora Gensrich. 0 for 2 today. Called strike.
Number 1. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike here for Gensrich.
And
Taylor Christensen, who has been
Hudson Zerfus scheduled to come up on deck, hoping to get an attempt. Here's a swing and a miss for strike 2. Patriots down to their final strike. Beulah Miners, number 1 seed, trying to go to that championship, take on the unseeded Thompson Tommies as this pitch is flied up right field, out of play.
Tracking there, but it's going to go foul as McKay, Steffen, and Bieber all went after that ball. And went out
So
in the parking lot.
1 ball, 2 strikes. The count remains 2 outs. Nobody on base. 4-2 our score. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and the Miners are off to the championship game. The Beulah Miners will face the Thompson Tommies for the right to wear the 2023 Class B Fast Pitch Softball crown. Here with the 4-2 victory over the Mayport CG Hatton Northwood Patriots. 4-2, the final score on your Irie Insurance scoreboard. Stay tuned, our post-game report comes up next.
Booster Club is here to support, promote, and encourage all Patriot sports and academic activities. The Mayport CG Booster Club members strive each year to make events within Mayport CG schools a very rewarding experience for the students, athletes, and spectators alike. For more information, like the Mayport CG Booster Club on Facebook. Best of luck to the teams competing in today's game, and go Patriots!
Hi, I'm Ernie Struby, president of the Goose River Bank, and I would like to know your story. Our lives and our businesses are comprised of events. We have all had our failures and successes, and these events define our character. If your character includes values like trustworthy, respectful, honest, and responsible, then your story matches well with ours, and we would consider it a privilege to be your financial partner. At the Goose River Bank, we believe that a strong bank builds strong communities. The Goose River Bank, member FDIC.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey, swatch, autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. They're open Saturdays 10 to 5. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
The Kindred Vikings Booster Club is an organization of parents and community members that supports and encourages the advancement to Kindred athletic programs, focusing on wholesome school spirit, promoting good sportsmanship, and developing high ideals of character. For more information, or if you'd like to be part of the Kindred Vikings Booster Club, send an email to kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. That's kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Vikings!
Did you know that there are several different types of crop hail insurance policies? Hi, this is Bethany Rentz, crop insurance agent with IRE Insurance. We at IRE Insurance want to help you select a hail policy that will best protect your crops and bottom line from a hailstorm. Give us a call today to schedule a time to meet with an IRE Insurance agent. For our contact information, go to our website at ireins.com.
You're protected and appreciated at IRE.
IRE Insurance is an equal opportunity provider.
Post-game report on YourLiveEvent.com. The Beulah Miners with the semifinal victory over the Mayport CG Hatton Northwood Patriots. 4-2 your final score, and the Miners will advance to the state Class B championship game for the first time in program history, as they will take on the Thompson Tommies. The Tommies 0-1 in their previous championship game appearance. In 21, they lost to Central Cass in their previous experience there. We'll talk more about that tomorrow. Right now, let's talk about this victory for the Beulah Miners, starting with our game summary. As they strike in the first inning, bottom of one, Taylor Christensen leads off with a triple. Addie Dale Geiger would walk, steal second base, so runners on second and third. After a strikeout, it would be one out, and Callie Steffen would come in, and she would single in 2 runs to get the first 2 across for the Miners, and the 2-0 lead after 1. Miners would extend the lead in the 5th inning. With 1 out, again, it would be Taylor Christensen with an extra base hit, a double this time, as she moves up and scores crossing the plate on Addie Dale Geiger's RBI single. Dale Geiger would advance to third on a single from Callie Steffen, come in to score on an error on that same play as the ball kicks away from the outfielder. And so the 2 runs come in, make it 4-2 after the 5th inning. Mayport CG Hatton Northwood gets their runs across in the 6th inning. Mesa Larson leads things off with a triple. She would then have Danica Hansen single, as Larson then comes in on Raina Satram's RBI groundout, and then a throwing error allows Hansen to score from third as they throw down to third base on a quick play trying to throw behind the runner. Hit Hansen, rolled into a left field, and Hansen would scamper home for the unearned run to come across and score as the Patriots plate 2, but that is all they could get, as they would the next 6 batters after that triple and single to lead off that 6th inning. The next 6 batters all retired, And that would be it for Mayport CG Hat Northwood as Beulah takes the win 4-2. Here the final in our semifinal. So Beulah versus Thompson for the state championship tomorrow at 6:30. We'll have that for you with yourliveevent.com, the audio-only broadcast. We'll also have the third place game, which precedes it, with Kindred Richland and Mayport CG Hat Northwood. And preceding that game, we'll have the fifth place Constellation Championship game with Renville County taking on Hillsborough Central Valley. That's the schedule for tomorrow with the state softball coverage here on yourliveevent.com. Stick around. We have more post-game reaction coming up here after the semifinal victory for the Beulah Miners, 4-2 over Mayport CG Hat Northwood. The final on your IRE Insurance scoreboard.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com. There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
Dirt turning, hearts pumping, motors roaring. It's nonstop racing action Thursday nights at the Norman County Raceway and Friday nights at the Red River Valley Speedway. Featuring the fastest drivers around. Don't miss a lap. Fuel burning, dirt turning all summer long. For more information, visit ncraceway.com and redrivervalleyspeedway.com. The action never stops. Thursday night racing at the Norman County Raceway and Friday night racing at the Red River Valley Speedway.
Beulah Miners with the 4-2 victory over the Mayport CG Hatton Northwood Patriots here in Beulah on to the state championship game. Let's talk about this one. Let's talking about our Enbridge Energy player in the game here today and bringing the energy for the Beulah Miners. A couple spots you could go. Of course, you can look at the pitching circle with Taylor Christensen here with the 14 strikeouts in this one, facing the 26 batters, just going 5 over the minimum here. Did not walk a batter, but I'm going to go with instead the offense here, getting those early runs across. Getting the early offense, playing with the lead. Kylie Steffen with the energy play here today with the 2 RBI single in the first inning as she would bring in those first 2 runs and able to get the early lead, allow the Miners to play with that lead. And that would be your Enbridge Energy play of the game here for the Miner victory over the Patriots. Remember, Enbridge Energy, the website tomorrow is on.com, is the website. You can find out about how life takes energy with Enbridge Energy. Looking here, we'll talk precision because we alluded to it a little bit here. Our RDK Enterprises precision play in the game. Our precision player is Taylor Christensen for the Beulah Miners as she goes in the circle with 2 runs, 1 earned run given up in her 7 innings pitched, 14 strikeouts. That's 27 over 2 games for her in this region or state tournament. 5 hits, no walks allowed in the victory. Did it all as well on 100 pitches by my count, a near 3-to-1 strike-to-ball ratio here for her pitching performance here today as well. That's precision here, just like you can have precision with your planter with RDK Enterprises. Hillsborough and Drayton online, planterdoc.com, planterdoc.com. Continuing on with our post-game report, here we'll have more coming up your way after the Beulah Miner victory over the Mayport CG Hatton Northwood Patriots 4-2, the final score on yourliveevent.com.
More at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsboro and see why there's more at 104.
The Kindred Public School District looks to collaboratively cultivate an environment that challenges learners to reach their full potential in a student-centered, community-supported environment while building authentic relationships that promotes active engagement in learning, literacy, and life. Kindred Public Schools' mission is to educate, prepare, and maximize student potential. Kindred Public School District, student-centered, community-supported. For more info about upcoming school events and news, go online to kindred.k12.us.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Our post-game report on YourLiveEvent.com as the Beulah Miners pick up the victory over the Mayport CG Had Northwood Patriots 4-2, the final score. Our post-game coach's comments here for the victorious Beulah Miners. Head coach Kyle Christensen joins us. And coach, congratulations on the victory for you and your team. Let's talk about here from the quick start offensively and defensively to holding on the end when they were trying to make a late inning rally again.
Right, as earlier when we talked, talked about this being a game of momentum, and certainly that helped get us the momentum early. The way Tay was throwing the ball, I thought 2 runs might do the job. Fortunately, we got a couple more. We did give them a couple there in the 6th, I believe it was, top 6. But yeah, that early momentum get us a lead. We were able to just kind of relax, and I thought we swung the bats pretty well too. We just just couldn't quite get a big hit early on either to push some more runs across.
You eventually got some hits, but you also got some big plays in the field as well, too. Look at Jada out in left field. Phenomenal catch out there. And really some girls making some good plays there around the diamond.
Yeah, Jada, that was an unbelievable play. That's a Sports Center type highlight there. And then Cassie had one earlier, too, deep to center field that we were just talking about down here. That at first off the bat, I thought she was tracking it, and then it looked like she got turned around. I thought, oh, boy. But she made that play and then almost followed it up with one in shallow right center, just about made a shoestring catch on that one. So, yeah.
Well, able to pick up the win and on to the state championship now, first time in program history. Now, you've been to the state tournament 3 years in a row now, but coming in as the number 1 seed, as a coach, are you feeling pressure or anything here? I know it's still early, but with that game on the horizon.
No, I don't think the pressure and necessarily nerves, no different than any other time. I guess, the number 1 seed's just a moniker. It doesn't really mean a whole lot. You can see that the teams that certainly aren't intimidated by us. They're showing up and taking their best shots at us. So, no different than any other game. And actually, you kind of try to treat it no different than any other game, so the girls stay relaxed and approach it that way.
Well, hey, you got day to get ready for it. We'll let you go get rested up, dried off from earlier as well too.
Yeah.
Here, and best of luck to you tomorrow.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you.
There you go. It's head coach Kyle Christensen for the Beulah Miners here with our post-game coach's comments. Says we'll hand off the microphone here. I can hold the cookie if you want me to. Here as Taylor Christensen comes over, joins us after the victory. And Taylor, congratulations to you and your teammates. First of all, your thoughts on going to a state championship game.
I'm so excited. These girls mean everything to me, and I'm so glad that I was able to perform in the circle for them, and I'm just excited to compete on the field one more time with them.
I think just saying you could perform in the circle, a little underselling here. Had the strikeouts going again, just 5 over the minimum here. So what was working for you out there that you were able to go out and have that success?
I guess just taking it pitch by pitch, not getting ahead of myself, and trusting my stuff.
Normally when we talk about the team picking up some offensive production too, but you came right out of the gate too in the first inning with the triple as well too, so helping your own cause a little bit. But when you had that early lead, how did that help you, or did that help you settle in a little bit more?
Yeah, obviously I can't do it all by myself, so having those girls step up at the plate and get those runs is huge for me, and the circle helps me take a deep breath and calm down a little bit.
having been to the state tournament 3 years in a row, can you talk about the experiences, the differences from year 1 to year 2 to now here in year 3?
Yeah, year 1 we were just there to have some fun. It was exciting to go there for the first time in school history. Year 2 we wanted to get a job done, didn't quite make it to how far we wanted to, and then this year I was excited to compete and try to make it as far as we could.
Well, you make it to the state championship game and taking on the Thompson Tommies here, so early expectations for what the team has to do to get ready to get it done.
Yeah, we all have to perform our very best. We can make a mistake or two, but pick ourselves up from it and keep going play by play.
All right, well, Taylor, thanks for coming up and joining us. Congratulations on the victory and best of luck to you and your teammates
thank
tomorrow.
you.
There we go. It's Taylor Christensen joining us here for our players of the game after the Beulah Minor victory over the Mayport CG Haddon Northwood Patriots. We'll continue with more of your post-game report coming up next on yourliveevent.com.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
The Kindred Vikings Booster Club is an organization of parents and community members that supports and encourages the advancement to Kindred athletic programs, focusing on wholesome school spirit, promoting good sportsmanship, and developing high ideals of character. For more information, or if you'd like to be part of the Kindred Vikings Booster Club, send an email to kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. That's kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Vikings!
Hi, I'm Ernie Struby, president of the Goose River Bank, and I would like to know your story. Our lives and our businesses are comprised of events. We have all had our failures and successes, and these events define our character. If your character includes values like trustworthy, respectful, honest, and responsible, then your story matches well with ours, and we would consider it a privilege to be your financial partner. At the Goose River Bank, we believe that a strong bank builds strong communities. The Goose River Bank, member FDIC.
Final score in our state semifinal softball contest. The number 1 seeded Beulah Miners over the number 5 seeded Mayport CG Haddon Northwood Patriots. 4-2, the final score in this one, as the Miners advance to the state championship game for the first time in their program's history. They'll take on the Thompson Tommies tomorrow, 6:30, the start time of that game. So tomorrow's schedule, it will be the 7th place game with Central McLean and Des Lacs, Burlington, Lewis, and Clark. That's scheduled here for 10 o'clock. 35 minutes after that game, we'll have the 5th place game between Rentonville County and Hillsborough Centre Valley. We'll have that for you with the audio-only broadcast here on yourliveevent.com. Then the 3rd place game will follow 35 minutes after that with Kindred Richland and Mayport CG Haddon Northwood. And then scheduled for 6:30, here will be Thompson and Beulah here for the state championship game. Tomorrow, again, that 5th, 3rd, and championship game, audio-only broadcast here on yourliveevent.com. Let's, before we get to our final stats, let's go to our Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection. Discover local reliability you can trust with Halstead Telephone Company online, halsteadtel.com. And the connection here, some defensive connections. You look at Jada Rembold to catch out in left field, Cassie Christensen in center. A couple of plays being made around the infield as well, too. One, Brecken Bieber's play at second base stands out there on a hard hit grounder there to able to get the flip for the out. And making some plays out there. The defense was connected and able to help out the pitching there with solid pitching, solid defense, and the eventual victory for the Beulah Miners, 4-2, the final score. That's your Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection. And with that, let's get to our final stats. For the Mayport CG Haddon Northwood Patriots at the plate, Mesa Larson go 2 for 3 today with a triple, a run scored. Danica Hansen would be 1 for 3 with a run scored. She would also steal a base. Raina Satcham, an 0 for 3 day at the plate. Riley Satcham, a 1 for 3 day at the plate. Brooklyn Galdi, 0 for 3. Parker Strand would be 1 for 3 with a stolen base. Madison Sand would be 0 for 3. Cora Gensrich would be 0 for 3. Hudson Zerfus, 0 for 2 at the plate. Reagan Zerfus was the flex player, played the field, did not record an at-bat for Mayport CG Hatton Northwood. Patriots with 1 error in the game, and pitching Riley Satcham will take the loss, going 6 innings, giving up 4 runs, 3 earned runs, 5 strikeouts against 6 hits, 2 walks in the loss for the Patriots. For the Beulah Miners, Taylor Christensen with 2 for 3 day with a double and a triple, 2 runs scored. Addie Dale Geiger would go 1 for 2 with 2 runs scored, an RBI plus a walk and a stolen base. Avis Eibel would be 0 for 3 at the plate here today. Ellie Steffen, a 2 for 2 day with a pair of singles, pair of RBIs, and a walk in the game. Brecken Bieber would be 0 for 3. Elliot Widener would finish 1 for 3 here today. Tori Zeman 0 for 3 at the plate. Jada Rembolt 0 for 3 at the plate. Cassie Christensen 0 for 2 at the plate here for the Miners. Dave McKay played in right field there as the flex player, did not record an at-bat. In the field, the Miners had 1 error, and pitching-wise, Taylor Christensen will take the victory. 7 innings pitched, 2 runs allowed, 1 earned run, 14 strikeouts against 5 hits, no walks in the game for the Miners. Beulah Miners, 4 runs, 6 hits, 1 error, 4 runners left on base. Mayport CG Patriots, 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error, 3 runners left on base here today. Beulah Miners will advance to the state championship game tomorrow, taking on the Thompson Tommies, and the Mayport CG Patriots will take on the Kindred Richland Vikings for 3rd place tomorrow. Both those games with the audio-only broadcast here on yourliveevent.com. Thanks for joining us here for day number 2 of the state softball tournament. Looking forward to placing championship games here tomorrow, coming up with the final day from Minot and the South Hill Softball Complex. Once again, thanks for joining us in this one. Thanks to the sponsors that you've seen and heard throughout our broadcast coverage. We ask whenever possible, please patronize those businesses. They're the ones that allow us to be here with our coverage at the very least. Tell them thank you here for their sponsorship. Thanks for tuning in, listening in here today, here on yourliveevent.com. Don't forget the upcoming schedule of games we do have a game currently going on right now as we have it with the state semifinal game for the Central Cass Squirrels and the Thompson Tommies on the baseball side of things. Chase Miller with the call on that one. So as we sign off, you can feel free to switch over to that one. Hear the remainder of that one. As I was told, it was Central Cass with a 1-0 lead in the second over the Tommies in that baseball semifinal. So we'll have baseball for you tomorrow with the third and championship game. We'll have the fifth, third, and championship game for softball here tomorrow for North Dakota Class B baseball and fast pitch softball. Thanks again for joining us. I'm Jake Berkmeyer here on yourliveevent.com. The Beulah Miners with the victory over the Mayport CG Hatton Northwood Patriots, 4-2 your final score.